Hello there, and welcome to another edition of 5th grade math. I'm Mr. Manella, and I am joined by my assistant Stu and his cousin Gene, who is still staying with us.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's one word for it. How you guys doing today? You enjoying the cooler weather?
Definitely. It helps to alleviate my foot odor.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how you have foot odor and you don't have feet. Honestly, it's one of life's many mysteries. How about you, Stu? You enjoying the cooler weather?
Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, given that I am covered in fur, the cooler climate suits me quite well. I miss my pool, though. And even though she's still on my boat, I miss that duck.
Well, it'll be pool season again before you know it. Right now it's sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
It's one of my favorite seasons, sweater season, because I have
Sweater
a bunch of seasons. My mom always gets them for me for Christmas, and she's got excellent taste. Hi, Mom. So, it's...
Yeah, it's got a lot of great sweaters.
I do. And, my favorite ones are the ones my mother got me for Christmas. Because she pays for them, and I don't have to. And they're usually pretty nice.
I wonder what's in my stocking this year.
Oh, I think it might be used to power some engines.
What?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
It's coal.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
But inside the coal's a bunch of Takis.
Oh.
You just have to crack it open.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, it's like
It's a gift within a gift.
Yeah, it's like an Easter egg.
Yeah.
But for Christmas. Where were we?
Well, I just mentioned how I missed the duck.
Oh, but you're able to forgive the duck. That actually shows a lot of maturity.
Oh, no one ever says that about me. But, well, you know what they say. Turn the other nostril.
Yeah, nobody says that.
I just did.
That doesn't count.
Why not? Are you saying I'm not a great philosophizer?
Yeah, I am definitely saying
What?
that.
All right, boys. All right, simmer down. Simmer down, Gene. Simmer down, Stu. Okay?
I am simmered.
We have some very important math to get to today. You guys ready?
Yeah, ready!
Toads.
All right, let's do it. Today we're going to be learning about estimation with multiplication, both in terms of how we do it and why we do it.
Oh.
Have either of you guys heard about estimating before?
Yeah. Is that like when you said you had to call the plumber to get an estimate after I flushed all those muffins Gene brought down the toilet and the toilet clogged?
Dude, my mom made those.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. So much bran.
Rude.
So much bran.
So rude.
Anyway, he gave you an estimate.
Yeah, he did, okay? And we're going to talk about muffins and toilets and how those things don't go together.
I mean, they go down there eventually.
Once again, children's program.
What? I mean, it's life. Facts of life. Anyway, so, yeah, estimation.
Yes, okay, so actually in the sense that when you call someone and get an estimate, they give you a number that is close to what it's going to cost, but it's not the exact number. And that's what estimation is. When we multiply, we're getting something that's close to our answer, but it's not exactly our answer, okay? And so that's the whole idea behind it. It really kind of helps us check our work, which is a really important thing to do in math. Yeah, and we'll get into that in just a bit, okay? Actually, let's take a look at it right now. Okay, so when we say estimation, we mean we're getting close to a number without getting an exact answer. In order to do that, we have to make the numbers friendly, which involves a skill we learned about earlier. Any guesses as to what skill I'm talking about?
I believe that would be rounding, Mr. Manella.
That's right. Rounding gives us lots of zeros, which makes numbers friendlier. And what do you think I mean by friendlier?
They bring you Takis and cupcakes.
I wish. It means that they are easier to multiply, especially when we're doing mental math. Let's look at a multiplication problem. Here we have 391 times 43. That problem would be really hard for us to do in our heads. But if we round each factor first, then it becomes much simpler and we can use our mental multiplication skills that we learned earlier. Let's round 391 first. And when we estimate, we round to the greatest place, which for 391 is the hundreds. What's 391 rounded to the nearest hundred? We know it's between 300 and 400. Which one is it closer to?
Well, 91 is pretty close to the next 100. So I'm going to say it's closer to 400.
And I'm going to say that you're right.
Yeah.
It is definitely closer to 400. So let's round it to that now. What about 43, Gene? What do you think we will round that to?
43 is closer to 40 than to 50, Mr. Manila, so it rounds to 40.
Bingo, let's do that now. Okay, that problem looks a lot friendlier.
Yeah.
Do we think we can do that mentally now?
No, those numbers are still pretty big, Mr. Manila.
They are, but you just have to have confidence in yourself, okay? The great thing about your hero zero is that in multiplication, we can take any zeros at the end of our factors and put them at the end of our product, just like we learned in the last video.
Oh, yeah.
How many zeros are at the end of our factors?
Factors like X factors? Are we gonna sing?
Factors are the numbers that get multiplied. The product is the answer to a multiplication problem.
Show off.
Hey, play nice.
Okay.
And you're right, Gene. How many zeros are at the end of our factors?
400 has 2 zeros, and 40 has 1. So 3 zeros?
Right, so let's put those 3 zeros at the end of our answer. Now all we have left to do is multiply the numbers that aren't zeros and put them at the front of our answer, which is 4 times 4.
Oh, well that's 16. And with 3 zeros after it, it's 16,000. So the answer to the problem is 16,000?
Yes and no. It's our estimate. Let's go to the whiteboard to see exactly why we estimate. Okay, so here's our problem, right? We've got 391 times 43, yeah?
Yeah?
Okay.
What?
There you are. Okay.
Man, I didn't even know we were filming yet.
He's levitating again.
He always levitates.
You would too if you could.
Yeah, he's full of gas.
That's true.
How dare you?
Okay, estimation.
Would you like to be the pot or the kettle in this scenario?
What do you mean?
I mean, my apartment hasn't smelled good in years. At least it feels like years. Nobody knows what time is anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, when we estimated, we turned our 391 into 400, and we turned our 43 into 40, and then we put our zeros down there, and we did 4 times 4, and we got 16,000. Now, the purpose of getting that number is to make sure that our answer is going to be close to it. That's why we are estimating.
Yeah,
Okay.
you check to see if it makes sense.
Right. So we're going to do that right now. We're going to do the actual multiplication.
Whoa.
1 times...
Actual multiplication happening right now.
9 times 3 is 27. My 7 goes down here. My 2 goes up here. 3 times 3 is 9. Plus 2 is 11.
Yeah.
I bring down my 0. Now, some people call that 0 a placeholder, and while that is sort of correct, I want to understand why I'm putting that 0 there, okay? Because I'm about to multiply everything by this 4, but it's not really a 4, is it?
No, it's not.
What is it?
It's actually 40.
Exactly. It's actually 40, and multiplying by 40 is the same thing as multiplying by 4 by putting a 0 at the end. Okay?
Oh, kind of like what we were doing in the last video.
Yeah, kind of. We're just saving our multiplication of 10 inside the 40 for the end. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, if you forgot to do that, this is where estimating would help you, because if you forgot to put that 0 in there, your answer would be way different. You'd be like, wait a minute, why is it nowhere near my regular
Wouldn't
answer?
match.
I should probably finish the problem now, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's do some more
Yeah, dude.
multiplication.
Okay, so 1 times 4, that's an easy one. 4, all right? 9 times 4, I'm going to erase my number from the last one. 9 times 4 is 36. I put my 6 down there, put my 3 up there. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 3 is 15.
Uh-huh.
Boom shakalaka. It's for my NBA Jam fans out there, okay? I'm taking it back to like 1992.
Whoa.
I know.
Old times.
Yeah. 3 plus 0 is 3. 7 plus 4 is 11.
Uh-huh.
And I carry the 1, which is really a 10, although in this case it's actually 100, because this is 7 tens plus 4 tens, which is 110, or 11 tens. So I add that 100 onto this 100. 1 plus 6 is 8.
Yep.
Yeah. 1 plus 5 is 6.
Uh-huh.
Bring down my 1 because there's nothing above it. And now I have 16,813. In the grand scheme of things, is that pretty close to 16,000?
Yeah, it really is.
It is, okay? So that way, you know, it's possible I made a mistake, but I know for sure that
Uh-huh.
I didn't make a big mistake because my answer is really close to my estimate. But if I had forgotten that 0, let's say I'd forgotten that 0, right?
Uh-huh.
What would my answer have become? Well, let's find out. I know it's going to be 1564. Okay, so 4.
Okay, so pretending. This
Right.
is this is the
pretend.
wrong one.
This is a mistake you might have made.
Yeah. This is a mistake I make like all the time.
So now if I added these, I would get 7,
Uh-huh.
13,
Uh-huh.
7, 2. And I'd be like, 2,737? What?
That's not even close.
It's not even close. That's why we estimate, to make
Way
sure that our
off.
answer makes sense. Okay?
Yeah.
So we readjust.
Huh.
We put our 0 back.
Yeah, my hero. Here he is. Yeah.
We get our correct answer back,
Uh-huh.
just so nobody's confused.
Okay.
And it's 16,000. Ooh, that's not a very neat 6. Okay, that's a stew.
Yeah.
That's a stew 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a noodly 6.
But you've been working on your push-ups though. How many are you up to
Yeah.
now?
Not really. More than 2. But look, our answer is close. Yay!
Yes. We have achieved our math goal, if not our
Distraction.
goals goal.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
One of these days we're gonna beef you up.
2's a start, dude.
Yeah, I hope that
Yeah.
means
Well, he was
like
at 3 a
beefy
month ago. He's
enchilada.
regressing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take a beefy enchilada if that's how you beef me up. With taki sauce.
I'm not taking requests right now.
Oh.
You want
Okay.
enchiladas with taki sauce? I'm gonna need to see 10 push-ups.
Oh! All right,
Consecutive.
hold on. Let me get on the wall.
No, we're not doing this now.
Uh,
This is pathetic.
Maybe we should just try a recap.
Let's do that, because you're standing against the wall and you still can't do the
It's
push-ups.
really hard. It's time for a recap.
Let's do that. Recap time.
Okay. So, we used estimating to make sure our answer makes sense, which makes sense.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way. Estimation is used
Yeah.
to make sure that our answers are reasonable when we do multiplication. Now,
Uh-huh.
estimation can also be used when we don't really need an exact answer. Sometimes you'll have a question that asks you to get about how many. Okay? So when you hear that word about, that's usually a really good clue that we don't need an exact answer.
Do you mean like about how many Takis does Stu eat every week?
Exactly. We could try
Yeah.
to figure that out, okay?
Oh.
So let's say Stu eats 3 bags a day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that tracks.
Yeah, and they're family-sized bags, so it's
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Oh.
But they don't all have the exact same amount in them, okay? So let's say that each bag has 200. Okay,
About.
we're gonna be about 200.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 bags.
Okay. 3 bags.
Uh-huh.
And
200 Takis per bag.
Yep, that's a family size bag.
Yeah.
My,
So
my fingers get all
if
done.
I said about how many Takis per week would that be? What do you think we do?
Well, that would be like 600 in a day.
Yep.
Oh.
And there are like 7 days in a week.
Yep.
So that would be about 4,200 Takis per week.
Whoa.
Yep, we take our 2 zeros from 600, we put them at the end. We got the 600 because that's 3 times 200. Okay.
Oh.
There are the 2 zeros from 200. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
3 times 2 went to 6. Okay. And then
Okay.
6 times 7 went to 42. And our 2 zeros are here. So about
Whoa.
4,200 Takis in a week.
I'm like a superhero.
Yeah, or a super villain from the perspective of the Takis.
Mwah! Darth Taki strikes again. Where's my robe?
Hey, that is my robe and you do not have permission to wear it.
Too late. I'm going for it.
Take us home.
Well, guys, that concludes our video lesson.
I gotta get him.
So we'll just see you next time. Run! Run!